Brought to you by Make Fun Network.
Welcome to the Top 5 of Death, where listeners vote and everyone dies. Listen and die.
You motherfucker. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Top 5 of Death. I'm your host, Matt. Sam hit me with the fireworks meme. Well, not the meme, but just like the video conference call background right as the countdown was happening. And I thought I could be a professional and ignore it, but I couldn't. I chuckled at the top, and now I look like an asshole bistany. I'm here with Sam and Charles. No Will. Will's off probably scoring some dope. But he's doing something. Oh, he's in Florida. Oh, that's right. He mentioned it. He's watching our mutual friend retire from the Marines, and now Sam's crying. Go to YouTube. Watch us on YouTube. Top 5 of Death at YouTube, and you can watch all these funny things.
This is going to be my thing for now. It's going to be all visual bits from here on out.
Oh, man. Imagine
no more talking.
A silent podcast where it's all visual. I'd love that. I'd love it. Yeah, Charles is here. Charles, what's going on with you? You said you had a good check-in, and now I'm curious.
Yeah, so my last week, I feel like I'm having more of like, Matt, the typical week you have, where it's just a roller coaster of things happening, right?
Yeah.
Overall, like, surface level, not a terrible week. We got stuff like bought for the wedding and stuff.
Nice.
Personally, I woke up Monday with a very nice toothache. Just a dull, a dull throb just in one of my molars constantly. No pain, no sensitivity. Like, so I'm like, okay, it's not that bad. Wednesday, it suddenly just disappeared, and so I like, I googled that. I'm like, what happens with that? And everyone's like, that's bad. Like, you should. That's not good. So I found out I couldn't go to my previous dentist, because my dentist isn't on my health insurance, or my dental insurance, because I paid for the too cheaper version one, and they won't let me move up. So I'm willing to give them more money, and they're like, no, we don't want it. And I was like, okay. Had to go to a complete stranger, let him stick his fingers in my mouth, send me to an endodontist, because I might have to get a root canal or my tooth is cracked. So I was like, oh, I'm starting the weekend great.
Charles?
Saturday morning. Yeah?
Charles, I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. I will show you my text message confirmations. I'm getting a root canal tomorrow.
Of what? I didn't think you had any.
My bottoms are still there.
Ugh.
Yeah, I got to get a root canal tomorrow.
Oh. Well, let me know how it is.
They're fine. I've gotten one before. No big deal. No big whoop. They just drill you in.
I'm very weird about my teeth. Constantly, like, usually about once a week, I have a dream where my teeth just shatter in my mouth. So, yeah, that's my reoccurring nightmare. And so when it can happen in reality, I freak out a little bit. Saturday morning, woke up to the smell of shit at 5 a.m. because our dog,
shit?
our dog Nala, just decided to take a shit in front of the bedroom door.
Hell
while
yeah!
we were in there. Cleaned that up. She has diarrhea all through the day. Sunday, I get woken up at midnight to the smell of shit.
All right.
After, she was doing a great job of telling us, like, I have to go to the bathroom. Be like, great. Clean it up. Never turn the light on. I clean it up by, like, watch light, because, like, my watch can turn on a flashlight mode.
God.
I didn't want to wake up Jess. And then, so I tell the dog, I look Nala in the face, I'm like, please wake us up if you have to go to the bathroom. 3 o'clock rolls around. She shit in the house. She shit in the same spot again. And clean it up, just take her outside, sleep on the couch. Slept on the couch last night, because that's when she decides to let us know she has to go to the bathroom. And woke up this morning, went to the endodontist. I didn't know that was a person.
Yeah, I just go to my dentist. I don't understand what the fucking you're going to somebody with another title.
they sent me to an endodontist to get like the whole scans and stuff done.
Sam, what's an
Truth is
endodontist?
Isn't it endodontist?
Endodont, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
you fucking idiot!
Oh,
You're so stupid.
Oh, go
You
pick up some
fucking
dog shit.
moron. Yeah, that's all you're good for. You shit picker up.
Yeah.
They specialize in like root canals and
Yes.
and that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing wrong. So he's like, most likely you've been clenching your jaw in your sleep, and it's just causing shit to freak out. So I was like, great. I mean, it's great relief, but at the same time, I spent a whole week just going like, my teeth are falling out. It's over.
You eat popcorn recently?
Nope. I actually don't eat popcorn that often. Because yes,
Okay. All right.
the thing
Don't
getting stuck
brag.
in something getting stuck in your teeth, like down there is
I had like a kernel skin wedged between my tooth and my gum for like 3 days. I couldn't get it, and it got fucking sore as fuck. I was like, "What the? Am I?" But I didn't know it was a kernel skin. I was like, "Fuck, this really hurts. I'm so fucking mad." Blah 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 blah. And then it just came out one day, and it was like all the pain just immediately went away. I was like, "Oh my god, that feels so good." Chase that high every day now.
Yeah. But yeah. Clean bill of health, apparently, somehow. I don't know. So,
There you go.
I forgot. Me and Jess also have a stomach bug. So that's
Now?
been going great for us.
Oh, so
off and
hold
on the last couple of days.
There ain't no way the dog's shitting on the floor. That's a fucking cover for you two. Fucking your stomach bug shitting on the floor. Oh, if it smells like shit in here, it's not us. It's the dog.
Yeah. So that's been great. It's been a great week.
My God.
So.
Shitting in teeth.
Shitting in teats.
Yep.
All right. Speaking of shit, Sam,
Hey.
what's new with you?
Oh, Colonel Skin reporting for duty.
Oof.
Sorry. I'm back home, which
Nice.
is fucking wild. So as of right now, our greatest adventure travels are completed.
Forever?
For until we raise money to do another round of them. So our next step, aside from putting together the remaining videos and deliverables for sponsors, is going to be starting to reach out again to the current sponsors and see if they want to do another round.
Okay.
But we're back home. I drove from Bar Harbor, Maine, to my house today. Unloaded a couple things. I had to complete a reel for a client, and then immediately hopped on this call. So here I am.
Complete a reel for a client. What do you mean? What are you doing?
Oh,
you moonlighting?
An Instagram reel for one of our sponsors.
For the show?
Yeah. I mean, it's basically like how we use one of these products in order to make a better blah blah blah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can go into details, but they're not paying me to.
All right, fuck it.
So, all right. So the other fun thing that I wanted to bring up. All right, let me pose this in a way that I'll do what you do, Matt, and I'll ask the question in such a way where you'll give me the response I want.
It's a good tactic.
Yeah. All right. What is your, just off the top of your head, what is your absolute favorite album of all time?
Favorite album of all time?
Yeah.
I can't even answer that question.
I know.
Well, no,
I know you have a favorite band.
I'll give you an answer.
Yeah.
We'll say Stay What You Are by Saves the Day.
Okay. I figured it'd be a Saves the Day album. Do they have any sort of like special ultra deluxe editions of that, or is it just like the album is what it is?
The album is what it is.
Okay. So if they were to come up with deluxe editions of every album that preceded that, and then they're like, oh fuck, they're gonna get to my album really soon, and then they didn't, and then 10 years went by, and then they finally got around to it, how much would you be willing to pay for a fancy version of that album with like ridiculous amounts of extras on it and all that shit?
Me, honestly, even my favorite band, probably very little. I don't know. I would pay. All right, so to give you an answer.
Yes.
So let's say back in the day, an old album, let's say it was $18, right? That's even high, right? Mm-hmm. So if that was like the retail base for a normal album, I would pay for like a super special edition, depending on what it had, like $150.
Okay, that's a decent amount of money. I had that exact scenario come up. Of course, it's very specific. My favorite Smashing Pumpkins album finally got that sort of treatment. It's
Siamese
Machina.
Dream?
It's Machina, and Machina 2, which never got a proper release because basically their record company said, like, fuck you, we're not going to support it. And they said, fuck it, we'll just release the demos online for free in, like, 2000. And basically they started coming out with deluxe editions of all their albums one at a time, all the way up until 2014 when they released the record before Machina. And I was like, oh, next year we get Machina. And then 11 years went by. And now I'm turning 40, and they're finally releasing it. And they've, like, completed the second record, and they're, like, mixing it together into, like, the thing it's finally supposed to be. And it was $395.
Shut the fuck up.
It's all on vinyl. So it's a big, fancy box set with, like, lots of artwork and, like, heavy-duty, like, hand fucking done vinyl, blah, blah, blah. But, I finally get to listen to the album the way it was intended to be released at the low, low cost of $395. I thought you guys might get a kick out of that.
You know, I don't think that's too crazy.
I think
'Cause
that's
it's like
insane.
on vinyl.
It is on 8 vinyls.
What?
8 vinyls? That's,
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Is that a song per vinyl?
So
Or is that like...
so it's like 2 albums, like they've redone like the track listing order and everything to combine the 2 albums into one album. So the one album has, I think, 48 tracks on it, and then the last 4 vinyls are all the extras and demos and unreleased shit and stuff like that. So
Okay. That's not
Yeah.
bad.
it's gonna come out right around my birthday. I treated myself a little bit, and come the end of August, beginning of September, I'm gonna be as happy as a pig in shit.
That's awesome. I have like a little sample of one of the songs.
Yep.
I'll play it for you right now. And I love the Sam, and I can't sing the song, and I fucking Sam's ass.
So you
NWA, another wrestling mark. See?
so you know the album then.
It's pretty good.
There's a quick non sequitur. There is a guy that I started following on Instagram. I'm definitely late to the game because he has, like, I don't know how many millions of followers already. But he does covers of songs in the styles of other bands. So
Oh,
he'll be
yeah.
like,
I've seen him.
do you know this guy? But
Yeah,
he's
he's
incredible.
Yeah, he's really good.
Incredible. And I wish I could remember his name off the top of my head, but I am an idiot. So in a couple hours,
Bill Collins.
I'll think about it then. Yeah. Anyways, he does a really, really good Smashing Pumpkins impression. I think it's very funny.
Sweet.
So, anywho,
I love stuff that's
my
funny. That's good.
funny, haha.
That's good.
Matt, you're not in a fucking cave anymore. What's happening?
No, I'm at my house. I'm at my new house. It's great. There's so much to be done. I have so much stuff. I would love. I should have took a month off of work. Is what I should have done. I should have just been like, I'll be back next month. It's just never ending, and like we kind of got the main floor pretty okay, but then we like this weekend got all the rest of our stuff from my in-laws' house, and now it just looks like a bomb went off again. We haven't even gotten to the downstairs where I'm at now, which is like the apartment. So to speak. But it's been awesome. It's been nice. I got a fence put in. That was good. The fence is all done. I don't have any AC on the bottom 2 floors because I had someone come out today, finally. I didn't know if it was working or if it was like, because so for those who don't know, it's been like a real bad heat wave lately. Mm-hmm. So I was like, man, it's really hot. And it's like, is my AC not working, or is it just having a hard time keeping up? Because it never got too bad in my house. And it's a really big house. So I'm like, I don't know if the unit can keep up. I have no idea. But, so I finally was like, fuck this. I was like, I'm going to call. I called the number on one of my thermostats. And they come out. And the AC has no power. Like the one that's outside, like the big block unit. He's like, yeah, this thing has never run. I was like, oh, okay, well, cool. So the only thing I've been having is on my top floor, I have like another mini split separate system. And that's been working fine. And to be honest, like the basement's always it's a basement. It's always cool. So it's like always cool down here. The top floor gets in the like high 70s. But when it's like 98, 99 outside and it's only hitting like those high 70s, I'm like, it's a pretty good fucking insulation. It's a pretty fucking good stuff. So that's good. I got a whole, because I'm on a well. I live on a well now. I have a private well. Mm-hmm. So the water is gross. The owner was like, "Yeah, it's fine. I got it tested. It's like safe." I was like, "Okay." I have 5 toilets. They're all brown. Yep. I thought for the longest time that every time. So the first 2 times I came to see this house, when I was like looking at it with the real estate agent, I remember walking into the bathroom and be like, "Did someone pee in here and just not flush? That's so fucking gross." No, it's just that the water has a lot of iron and manganese in it, and like some metals, so it just browned the fuck out of the toilets.
Do you have a water softener system?
Oh, I have everything now. I Matt Bistany the shit out of it. Mm-hmm. Drop some serious coin. I have a whole house filtration system.
Nice.
I have I have 4 filters. I have a force filter system. I have I have a huge water softener. I also have a UV light filter to kill 99.9% of bacteria through my house. And it's great. I got one of the toilets cleaned. We were staying overnight at my in-laws because me and Megan went to a concert. And so I was like, here's my test. This is going to be sitting for well over 24 hours. We'll see what happens to the toilet. Came back, clean as shit. I was like, sweet. Good test. So it's good. Costs me decent money. But it's like, and it's a addition to a house I'm going to live in forever. So it's been good. I mentioned I went to a concert. I went to a concert this weekend. That was fun.
Wiggles?
Yeah,
I saw the Wiggles.
Tell it.
I saw Brand New.
Oh, cool.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I had never seen them before, and I had some thoughts. They were definitely good, but for those who are not familiar with Brand New, they had some they have a first album they don't play anything off of, which is terrible because it's my favorite album, but it's easily like the most like pop punky album. Then the second album is like good, and then the third album starts to get like a little, I won't say experimental, but a little experimental and like kind of soft and like droney and slow, and then it just kind of goes from there. There was like, I don't know, it was at the DCU Center in Worcester. It's an arena, so this band plays arenas, and it's just them. There's no opener. It's just them. And the show is basically sold out.
They can fill arenas?
Charles, I thought the same thing.
Okay.
I knew that they were doing arenas 5 years ago when they were still playing, and I was like, oh, that's good for them. They came back, and I was like, they're really pulling that kind of audience? Dude, people fucking love them. And I get it. The singer is a good songwriter. He writes a lot of heavy shit, a lot of like whatever. But it was like, there's like 50 minutes in the middle of the show where it was just like that sad, droney stuff. Mm-hmm. I was like, I was just going to go to sleep. I was like, I can't. I was like, this, and like, it's a whole, I looked around, I was like, the whole arena full of people. And everyone's just standing there. And people liked it, I guess. I don't know. It was like, this so strange to me. It was so strange to me. But the first like 7 songs were like rippers. I was like, yeah, everyone's going crazy. It's fucking, just singing along, screaming the lyrics. And then it just went, but yeah, it was good. It was fine. I'd never seen them before. Now I see them. Cross it off my bucket list. Also, Do you know the band, Sam? Do you know anything about Brand New, Sam?
Not really.
Do you know of them? Have you heard of them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Charles, what's your level of status on Brand New as far as knowledge?
Heard of them. The only song I can name is Sewing Season.
Yeah, they played that one. That was great.
Yeah. Good song.
It's a good song. So, do you know their history with Taking Back Sunday?
No. Not at
Man.
all.
You want to? What a history! So, Taking Back Sunday. You know who they are.
I know the name. I
You know
can't
the
name a. Yeah.
Great. Anyway, big bands in that genre of music. The singer was in Taking Back Sunday when they were in high school, and someone in Taking Back Sunday slept with the singer of Brand New's girlfriend, so they split off and formed these two bands, and they have an absolute fucking heated rivalry the entire time they existed. And it's crazy. So then there's a third person who was in both of these bands who left and formed another really big band called The Movie Life. And I was like, imagine going to this fucking high school. Also,
all the bands got huge.
Imagine being that girl who cheated on her boyfriend and spawned a whole fucking genre of music. I would love for someone to track down that girl and do an interview with her. I would love to hear her thoughts on this whole scenario. But one of the things about Taking Back Sunday is the singer famously does a lot of mics, like in his youth, we do a lot of like mic swinging tricks and swing the mic around and have it wrap around his neck and yada, 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 and this, that, and the other thing. And Brand New had a shirt that was out a long time ago that said, mics are for singing, not for swinging, like on the merch. And I was like, man, that is such a fucking shot. I was like, they're both huge bands, and they're still acting like they're like the Hatfields and the McCoys that like live next to each other. I was like, that's incredible. You know what? I was like, the wrestling mark in me, I was like, this is long-term storytelling. This is gonna have like a big payoff someday. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I just couldn't believe that shirt. I'd never heard of it. I've never heard it before. I've never seen it. Saw some dude wearing it, and I was like, oh my god. You might as well say, hey, fuck this guy by name, and like just be like, and then put like Brand New at the bottom of the shirt or something like that. But
fuck you in particular.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was my check-in. There was something I know there was something that I was grinding my gears so bad, and I knew I was going to forget it, and I did, and I'm so mad because it was something that I was like fucking pissed off about, but I don't remember what it was. So it couldn't have been that important, but I think it was.
Well, when it comes up, then interrupt me. I'm just now also realizing what your new house looks like, and it's the end of The Matrix Reloaded, where he visits the architect.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen that? It's just a pure white room.
Mm-hmm. This whole house is like sanitized.
Yep. And then you got to wear a pure white suit as well.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is the new digs. This is the downstairs living room. And then I got like it's over here the kitchen number 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all that stuff.
You know what's funny is we did a little photography workshop at the Ellsworth Public Library up in towards Bar Harbor, Maine, for the shelter that we were working with, and one of the women that came was like, "Oh, I'm from Plastow," and I'm like, "Oh, my friend just bought the old shoe factory in Plastow," and she's like, "That's only 3 streets away from my house."
Oh my god!
I told her swing by anytime.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bring your laundry.
I live on a friggin' landmark. Everyone knows this fucking place. I had to call an electrician today because I said the thing wasn't working. So the guy was like, "Hey, call this guy." And I gave him the address, and he's like, okay. I go, "It's the old shoe." He goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "Yeah, I did work there." He goes, "Okay, I know what you're talking about." I was like, "Great." Apparently, everyone knows this place and has done work on it. So,
the minute you do something wrong, everyone will be like, "Oh yeah, it's that guy who lives in the old shoe factory." Be like, "Oh, those people."
Mm-hmm. That's true. Well, I'm gonna try to take this town over. So we'll see.
Yeah. Nice. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Can't wait to come over and stain some part of your house.
I have a new couch. Has 3 stains on it from Birdie already. So
All right.
I've been here for a collective 4 days in this 3. But we're averaging 3/4 of a stain a day, I would say.
Nice.
But that's okay because she's so fucking cute. It's unbelievable.
Stain. That's my Birdie
Stain.
impression.
Show. Da. So cute. What was I going to say? Yeah. Oh, we have something to say, don't we? Do we have something to say?
Yeah.
Wait, let's do it.
All right, major announcement, everyone. Everyone, no laughing, no fibbing. This is serious stuff. Okay? This show is Sam's doing laser light shows. This show also I just realized Charles changed his name to Shit Tooth.
Yep.
It's pretty good. This show, Top 5 of Death, I made this announcement before, but this time it's sticking, is dead. It's dying. We're killing it off. We're ending the show, everybody. Top 5 of Death is going to end at episode 500. The 500th episode will be our last episode ever of the Top 5 of Death. That does not mean we are going anywhere. We are currently working on a new show with this current lineup. The reason being is the show's old and dead. We need something fresh and fun.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I'm the only person left from original Top 5 time. Charles and Sam, I met both through the show. Will, I unfortunately knew prior. But Charles and Sam, and to a lesser extent Will, want to do a show. They like doing show stuff. I like doing show stuff as well. But it's time that we kind of collectively start fresh as this group of people, and make changes and do things that we want to do that wouldn't necessarily fit in this format. The cool thing about the new show is that Top 5 will live on as a segment or an episode here and there, depending on a topic. So it's officially as a show over, but as a concept will remain. I'm pretty excited about it. I could definitely use the new blood. I could definitely use the new thing to be excited about. But yeah, so Sam, Charles, any thoughts on that?
I mean, we joined, 300 and something? Like towards the end of the 300s?
Yep.
Wow.
How did-
Really?
In a very short time, I was like, I don't know how Matt has done just Top 5 for this long. Because I'm like, I want to do other things. Like, I like to do trivia stuff, and like, I want to rate things. And so, yeah, I was like 500. I was like, that seems like a nice, beautifully round number for a Top 5 show.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, let's do it.
I think it's going to give us a lot of freedom to still do all the stuff that we already do, but with less constraints.
Yeah.
So more of the stuff you love, more wackiness, more silliness. I'm excited. I've been compiling ideas and things like that. We've had some good meetings. We've gone over a lot of good stuff, and it'll be good to hopefully just start afresh and grow the audience and grow the show and keep it going.
Yeah.
I'm psyched.
Yeah. The analogy I make is like when like being in a band, right? You could be in a band for a long time and not do shit, and that kind of sucks. But if you rename your band, then you're a new band, and now you got this like window of opportunity to like seize on. So I'm hoping that we kind of catch that momentum, and with these guys, I hope to kind of run with it versus just fucking squander it into the ground. So it'll be good. But yeah. So for those who have been here since day one, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for the support. I'm talking to Kevin Weaver, I'm talking to Kevin Weaver is what I'm saying.
I was gonna say I would be on that list, but it's just Kevin Weaver.
No, there's people have been around for a long fucking time. I've met some really cool people, and it's been awesome. But yeah, so
Mitch Mint bought you dinner.
What?
Mitch Mint bought you dinner.
No, reverse that.
Oh,
I bought him and his wife dinner.
Oh,
it was. I think it was their wedding anniversary, and they were like, they happened to be in town. They wanted me, and I went on that dinner with them. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one bought me dinner. Jerks.
Well,
Yeah.
and that also doesn't mean with our last 8 episodes technically after this one that we're just going with we're just gonna phone it in. No, we're trying to bring in some of the stuff we've promised, stuff we've joked about, going out with a bang.
Yeah, we're really kind of leaning into it on this one. So stay tuned. It'll be good. And yeah, thanks again. But top 5 of death, we'll be dead again. In the words of Thanos when he kills Loki, no resurrections. So there you go.
Unless Disney Plus buys us, then
Oh, there you go.
Oh my God, I thought about this the other day. I would do anything for money. So there you go. So what happened the other day? Oh, I was reading an article about Travis Kelce taking $20 million from Pfizer and being like a farmer shill, and I was like, I mean, I'm pretty outspoken against pharmaceuticals, but for $20 million, I don't care.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Like, how could you do something like, hey, listen, you do whatever you want to do. You're responsible for you. I'm getting paid. So you know what? Listen, my morals have a price. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
yeah, everything's for sale.
Oh my God, yeah. Especially me. God, I'm such a whore. I love it.
So yes, stay tuned for more info on the show, including the name, maybe some formatting things, some teasers.
Yeah.
We're cooking up something nice.
Yeah. Okay. Well, with that being said, who did anyone win last week? And if it's me, just lie.
Will won, and it's
He's not
because
here.
I only had the poll up for 24 hours because I realized I did not put the voting up. So
There you go. Well, Will's not here. He's in Tampa, fingering his own ass.
In case you can just hear my dog barking nonstop, I'm as far away in the house as I can possibly get. This is her downstairs and on the other side of the house, and she's just fucking nonstop. She's got her fucking paw up on the stairs. She was rolling around. I know that's really blurry, but just so you can get a visual representation of what's happening. Hopefully, she does not shit on the floor.
I was gonna say,
What
she
if-
shit on the.
You have cameras throughout your whole house?
Just in the living room and the outdoors.
And the second bedroom.
Yeah, in the guest bedroom and bathroom.
What if you get caught jerking off?
Listen, I know where the cameras are.
What if you want to get caught jerking off?
Listen, I know where the cameras are.
All right. Okay. Well, for those who don't know, here's a secret that's never been revealed. We are all related to Uatu, the Watcher from Marvel Comics,
Yes.
and this is something we've yet to reveal, but we have been present for many historical events because that is our duty bound to us by the cosmos and the laws of eternity. And it is both our blessing and curse that we are forced to witness such events. So with that being said, and this being the last run of shows, we decided it was time to spill the beans and to share with you the top 5 historical events that we definitely witnessed. So all I'm saying is that we were there, okay? You weren't. I know you weren't because I was, and I didn't see you. So by that perfect logic, you will listen to what we say without question, and we will explain to you the things that we definitely witnessed. Any comments on that?
I hope that no two of us were there to witness the same thing, because that could get messy.
Uncover
Yeah,
some alternate timelines.
Who knows? Who knows? Okay. Yeah.
And
go
yes, I love Umbaku.
ahead. M'Baku? That's from
Yeah,
friggin'
my uncle.
Black Panther.
I love
Uatu.
Uncle Udanu.
Uatu. U-A-T-U. U-A-T-A.
Who ought to? You ought to.
Watu. Hey.
We ought to get on with the show. Am I right?
Oh my
Top
God!
five
This
of death.
guy. Top 5 of death is right. All right. Well, who wants to start? Not it.
I'll start.
All right, Sam. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. You know what? The one detail that I was going to pull up with this stuff, because I need to get these exact dates so I can get all the facts straight. So this date is April 14th, 1865.
Good day.
All right.
Good day. Yeah.
Great
I would
day.
take that.
April 14th, 1865. So things as time goes on, you know, you get this telephone game that becomes history, and people just accept these facts that are passed down from person to person, but they get some of the details wrong. And I was there the day that Lincoln was assassinated.
Yeah.
It was a tough day. People think that he was there at Ford's Theater to see some stuffy old play, but I have photographic proof.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Oh, very nice. I have photographic proof. Share this window. There we go. that he was in fact there for a rave.
Oh yeah.
And what really happened, there was no ill intent from John Wilkes Booth. People think that he shouted "Sic semper tyrannis" and then shot Lincoln in the back, and then leapt from the balcony. But what really happened is the DJ at the rave was DJ Tyrannus, and he really shouted "Six samples Tyrannus," and then tripped. His gun went off in his pocket. He shot Lincoln in the back, and then he said, "Ooh," and then he jumped and fled the scene. These details get lost to history, but I was there, and I did, in fact, witness this, and it was before that moment. It was a pretty rad night.
Damn, boy.
Damn.
Yeah.
Were you pumping a fist?
I had the 2 glow sticks going. I spent a long time working on my glow stick moves.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Can you,
As
can you
did
do the
Lincoln.
windmill? Can you do the windmill? Or you just...
Charles, settle down.
The windmill's a different move that I've been working on.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I did the two glow sticks like nunchucks.
Stick.
Yep.
Sick.
And then I had my long pink dreads, and the big headphones like I'm wearing now, but around my neck, such as Lincoln.
Yeah.
As was the style at the time.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That background looks like the background I always wanted but never got for my middle school photos.
I'm pretty sure I have that background for one of my elementary school photos, actually.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Sam, it's interesting you bring this up.
Oh.
Because while I wasn't there, I was around for the events after, is what I witnessed.
Mm-hmm.
And as we know, after Abraham Lincoln was shot, at the rave at Ford's Theater, they carried his body across to the Peterson house, which is where he lay after they removed a blood clot from his head, so he would, have a little bit easier of a time trying to survive. But he spent the next several hours slowly dying. On April 15th, 1865 at 7:22 in the morning, the doctor turned and said, doctor looked over Lincoln's body, still lifeless. He turned to the other men in the room and said, "I regret to inform you that the President of the United States has..." No, that was Lincoln's last fart. They've stricken it from the record.
What a
But he
historical
farted.
moment.
Yeah.
Wow. Unprecedented that you witnessed the very next day from my event.
Yes.
Of all the days in history.
Who could have seen? We're lucky we didn't cross paths. You know what happens when we see each other.
That's true.
Across the streams.
Yes.
Creates an infinite loop of watching.
Yeah. Just more and more. Just
Blows up. Oh, well, listen. While you two fuckers were watching some, I don't know, ecstasy-ridden president get assassinated and then ultimately shit his pants, you know where I was?
Where?
1995.
shit.
You know what
Good
happened
year.
in 1995?
Shawn Michaels went fucking front to back in the Royal Rumble.
Shawn Michaels went front to back in the Royal Rumble. And I was there, sitting ringside, watching the whole thing for the low, low price of $65.
Yeah. Yep. That's
Pretty monumental, huh?
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you go back and watch the VHS, you can see me watching Shawn Michaels go front to back in the Royal Rumble.
That was the fastest Royal Rumble ever at 1
Yeah.
minute per entry.
Were you there?
No, I was not there.
Then shut up. You don't know shit. You weren't there.
What's the timestamp when Charles says we're not phoning it in for the rest of these episodes?
Listen, I was there. You weren't. You know what? You know what else happened?
What's that?
What?
Do you know what else happened?
Did Men on a Mission retain their tag team titles?
Men on a
against the
Mission
Head
retained
Shrinkers?
their tag team titles against the Head Shrinkers. Yeah, you've only heard about it though. I saw it live, ringside,
Yep.
for $65. And what was the big moment with Men on a Mission? When
They completed their mission?
When Mo
Mo
sang.
he sang that song, and the lyrics went like what?
1, 2,
Two,
3.
three.
Men on a mission
Men on
over
a
here
mission.
with me.
Yeah, see, you only heard about that, but I saw
Yeah.
it. And then, right? Hear me out. Listen to this. Gold Dust,
Yep.
right? He was there.
Yep. He's grabbing
That's my
dinks.
number 5. That's my number 5.
Oh, wow.
Do you think we'll ever go to a wrestling show again with the prices of tickets nowadays?
Maybe. I'd go if the crew was right. Also, let's just go to a local one. God,
Yeah.
get me there. I haven't heckled in a long time.
Let's do it. Last year when I paid like $360 for like the last row of the Royal Rumble.
Oh my fucking god!
that.
That was
Yeah.
like that would get me a chair that I'm sitting in back in the day.
Yep. That was pretty much my breaking point right there. But I'm glad you were there for $65 in 1995.
Ringside, 1995. Shawn Michaels went front to back, and
Yeah.
Men on the Mission retained their titles against the Head Shrinkers, and Goldust was there.
Yeah,
That's my whole thing. So
grab
write that
and
whole thing
dinks.
down, Charles.
Yep.
I wonder if Men on a Mission was on that card.
They were. I was there. What do you mean? You wonder? Why are you fucking questioning my watching ability?
You see his one foot touch the ground, but not the other one?
I didn't see that.
No.
I can't. I'm not commenting on that. We're not supposed to get involved. We're not supposed to alter history.
Yeah, all right. Keep forgetting that's the rule.
Right. That's the rule. All right. Go ahead, Sam.
Okay. Many of you know that William Howard Taft was president from 1909 to 1913.
Got stuck in a tub, from what they say.
But did you know that he served the next 4 years of his presidency? Let me share my historical photo that I have. The next 4 years of his presidency, he served while still stuck in the tub.
God.
Man, what a time to be alive.
Yeah.
Wore suits in the tub.
Yep.
Yeah.
They really had to find a workaround for this because, listen, they tried a lot. This guy was not coming out.
Oh my God.
So I said, okay, how can we seamlessly integrate the tub with the presidency? I'm like, all right. Well, he gives speeches. It's going to be about hygiene. So he looks very dapper. And he's soaking in there. Telling people that they gotta get clean for America. Raising his famous finger in the air.
Is he famous for a finger?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one.
All right.
Yep. You ever been stuck in a tub before?
Can't say I have.
Today? I can't tell you the last time I've been in a tub. I think if I was in a tub, I'd want to take a shit in that tub.
Do you have a standalone bathtub by any chance at your house?
What do you mean by standalone?
Like it doesn't have a shower attached to it?
No.
Off a
I
tub?
have. Let me see. I have 5 bathrooms, 3 full. I have 2 shower stalls and 1 tub.
All right. I did not ask for this. It just came with the house, but I have just a tub. And I was like, will I use this? And
You should.
And I do. Let me tell you, the absolute best way to use a tub, the fucking dead of winter, it's 0 degrees outside. Open up the windows in the room. You get in the soaking hot tub. That's a good time. Taff knew it.
Yeah.
That's why he never left.
Look at that super healthy man. Just
Yeah.
a healthy, hefty weight for that time.
The other detail that they don't tell you is that the bathroom was actually first opened up so that he could speak from it, and then closed off and sealed off in the White House. So he's technically still in there
To this day.
to this day.
His bones are fused to the tub.
A bloated corpse that haunts the walls of the White House.
You know what's crazy? Real question.
Shoot.
What do you think the absolute kinkiest thing happened in the White House? And I mean like realistically kinky, not like, oh, they did something crazy. They put an egg in his ass. Or like, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure the FKs J and R are probably like Eiffel Tower and Marilyn Monroe.
Man. It's not a bad guess.
Eiffel Tower.
Actually, you know what? Pretty sure we saw that. Sam, did you see that?
Listen, we'll get there.
All right. That's a good one. All right, Charles.
Yes. Well, we're going to be going back all the way to 1692. 1692 was the start of the Salem witch trials. And the only reason, there's only one reason this thing took off and kept happening. And it's because the first witch they hung was Bridget Bishop. And the only reason they kept hanging bitches afterwards is because of what happened on her hanging. What happened was after they had the rope around her, they pulled her feet out from under her. The rope went taut and she hung there, only for a second. And then a sound started happening and her body started floating. And she just started taking off into the air. Some say to this day, she floated away. And that was the day that we proved witchcraft was real.
Like a fucking balloon. Oh,
If it wasn't for that, all those poor people would have been spared.
Do you guys ever go on a ghost tour?
I have been, yes.
Yeah, not like a good one, but I have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
We go on one like in every fucking city we go to, and we went on one of the worst ones in Bar Harbor. This guy was very nice. He was a cool guy, but we walked around and he was like, yep, so there used to be old gentleman's club over there, and sometimes people say they see a man in a tall hat. Well, moving on to the next spot. And it was like 2 hours of that, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I can walk around Bar Harbor on my own and make up stupid shit. Like, that's... I didn't have to pay $30 for it.
I gotta tell you, that's similar to the ghost tours you can take here at Old Town Alexandria. It's shit like that, where they just tell you a story and you're like, what? Like, this is... None of this is relatively spooky at all. It's like, some say they can see a person in the window, and you're like, yeah. You can see that anywhere.
Say a woman in white stands over here, nubile bride.
Yeah.
Well, on to the next spot.
That's
Good
so
guy.
fucking funny. That's like that Tim Robinson sketch, the ghost tour.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one, Charles?
I've probably... Is it from his show?
Yeah, I think you should leave.
I've
one
watched
where
it.
he-
I don't know if I remember it.
It's like the 10 p.m. ghost tour. So the guy's like, he's like, so, this is like adult only, so we can say whatever the hell we want. And then everyone like laughs or whatever, and Tim Robinson's just like, jizz. And then like, he's like asking questions. He's like, yeah, I got a question. Have you ever seen one of these fuckers just kind of come out of the wall and just start spraying cum all over the room with their huge fucking horse cocks? And the guy's like, what? He's like, well, you said we could say whatever we wanted. This is the adult tour, right? It's like that. That's like the whole premise, and it's so fucking funny.
It's great. Yeah, that was a. So, what sort of audio recording equipment did you have for the Salem witch trial?
As we are, people we see all time and space at all at once, we can just bring whatever we want.
All right.
Yeah, we don't exist at a single point in time, Sam.
So you're just bringing out like a Tascam 404.
Yeah.
And just, all right, recording direct to tape.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Sick.
Matthew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys ever hear of the year 1492?
Yeah.
Heard of it?
Yeah, big event happened, right?
Yeah.
But you ever hear about 1493? You know what happened
Usually
in
don't.
1493?
Never. No.
A young man by the name of Christopher Columbus returned to Spain. Isn't that amazing?
Nice.
Welcome home.
Yeah, he came home, and when he got there, they found out that he got back to Spain and it had been taken over by Spaniards. But when he left, it was all blacks. So Christopher Columbus
Wow.
is black, is pretty much what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
Christopher
okay.
Columbus, in reality, is black. So, take that for what you will. I was there. You weren't. I've seen him many times. The problem is every time he had a photo taken, that photo, they used to develop pictures in the sun when they developed photography.
Yeah.
1493. And it would just kind of like fade him for some reason. He was the first black person to ever exist.
Whoa.
Christopher Columbus was. Yeah. Before that, it was just pasty white people, like sheets of paper walking around. And then Christopher Columbus happened, and he's like jet black. He's like noob cybot black. And the reason why we have so many shades of skin tones now is because Christopher Columbus sailed around the world fucking people. And now we have this whole gradient of people thanks to Christopher Columbus. And you go, how come he was black if everyone else was white? Hey, I didn't watch that one. I've only see what I see, okay? You have to ask somebody else. Maybe somebody else saw what happened. But that's it, 1493. In 1492, you sailed the ocean blue and discovered what we now call North America. And then, in 1493, went back to Spain. He was like, what the fuck? Who are these Spain people? and now we just know that as what really happened, and it's too bad because I think the other story is a lot more interesting.
So he's responsible for all diversity.
Yeah, 100%.
We really should go back to celebrating Columbus Day.
We should. That's why. I mean, that's why I rally for it every time. So,
Nice.
what do you think?
He doesn't get enough credit.
I know.
Yeah. What
funny,
would the what would the rhyme be for him coming back to Spain in 1493?
14. I don't know how the other one begins. 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. That's what
it.
it is.
Yeah.
1493, Columbus said, "These people look like me."
Yep.
That's it.
There we go.
Yeah.
1494,
Mm-hmm.
he said, "I'm going out for more."
Yep.
1495, he said, "I'm still alive." 1496, he said, "Someone pick up these sticks."
Oh, God damn it.
1497, he said, "I'm on my way to heaven." In 1498, it was getting a little late. 1499, he died. He died in 1499, and that was the end of Christopher Columbus and his tales.
Ugh. I need a rhyme for every year of my life.
There you go.
That way I can remember.
Yep, there it
Yep.
is.
All right. Seamless.
Sam?
What'd you see?
Okay, so let me see. I don't have a fancy audio setup, but
Couple of months, it has been very difficult for me to introduce this man without using World Wrestling Federation champion Hulk Hogan here at WrestleMania 4 this afternoon. You've got the opportunity to change that.
Oh, yeah, it's been hard to live with, man. Fee, fi, fo, fum, Andre. One long year, and your time has come, man. No marks, no scars, no blemishes on the Hulkster, brother. But inside, man, I've been scarred for one long year. Everywhere I go, man, all the little Hulksters ask me, is there any truth to the fact that there was a controversial count? Hulkster, did you really get him over your head? Did you really beat the Giants? Well, today, man, in WrestleMania 4, we're going to wipe all that controversy out. Andre the Giant, in the second round, when you're fresh as a daisy, with the whole world watching, I'm going to prove, brother, that I can beat you anywhere, anytime. And all my Hulkamaniacs, they're going to feel it, too.
Speaking of the Hulkamaniacs, Hulk Hogan, we have seen him here in
Oh, wait,
Atlantic
he's got
City, and
more.
I know millions others are watching very intently all around
Yeah,
the world.
but if you looked in their eyes, man, have you seen the fear in all those little Hulksters? They realize that when I get Andre the Giant cinched up in the launch position, when I slam him through the Trump Plaza, brother, from New York down to Tampa, Florida, the fault line is going to break off. And as Andre the Giant falls into the ocean, as my next two opponents fall to the ocean floor and I pin them, so will Donald Trump and all the Hulkamaniacs. But as Donald Trump hangs onto the top of the Trump Plaza with his family under his other arm, as they sink to the bottom of the sea, thank God Donald Trump's a Hulkamaniac. He'll know enough to let go of his materialistic possessions, hang on to the wife and kids, dog paddle with his life all the way to safety. But Donald, if something happens, you run out of gas, and all those little Hulkamaniacs run out of gas, just hang on to the largest back in the world, and I'll dog paddle us, backstroke all of us to safety.
Oh, and thank you, Hulk Hogan. Let's
so I don't know if you guys remember, but I was there for that match, and I'll be goddamned if that exact fucking thing didn't happen. Yep. He lifted the Giant up over his head. The whole fucking East Coast broke off into the ocean. Trump Plaza floating down. But yeah, Donald Trump swept his family under one arm, and Hulk Hogan back fucking stroked them right to safety.
Wow. Incredible. That's why he helped him on the campaign trail, right?
Yeah, that's how that works. Did
I
did
don't
my
know what to
screen
believe.
share?
Did your screen share?
Yeah. Did it work?
No, I just heard the
wait a
audio.
minute. Hang on, because I have photographic proof of this.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
There it is. Oh yeah.
Oh, Donald Trump looks different. Oh my god.
You know what was very funny about Chat GPT seeing Stones Wakando, whatever we're going with, it will create Hulk Hogan specifically, but it refused to create a Donald Trump.
Oh yeah.
It's very interesting.
Because it's run by the libs. Run by the libs.
But man, that's a good Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, it really is.
looks-
Hey, did you see the Hall of Presidents open back up?
Oh, I didn't know it was closed down.
They closed it. Well, they always close it after an election. But they fixed Donald Trump so he no longer looks like Hillary Clinton, because they definitely had Hillary Clinton all mocked up.
Yep.
And then Donald Trump won, and they went, well, fuck. Just make it kind of look like Donald Trump. And if you look at the new one, that does look like him very much, against the old one, it really, really, really shows that was definitely a Hillary Clinton.
That's
Yes.
funny.
It's incredible.
I'm currently looking at it right now.
It's so
Hold on.
silly. Pull it up.
Oh,
Jesus
wow, no.
fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus.
See, they gave him
It
his
looks-
trademark smile on the right there.
Hell yeah. He looks... God, that looks nothing like him on the wrong
This is
side.
a better hairpiece than his current hairpiece.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, let's take a blowtorch to the Hillary Clinton one. No one will notice.
Yo, what happened to this? Where does this one live now?
Oh,
In
I mean,
your
listen, Hillary's not dead.
dreams.
She could come back. They're just hold on to it. You never know with her.
Oh my god.
Ay, caramba.
But that's crazy.
Joe
No,
Biden in
it's
the Hall of
crazy.
Presidents?
They what?
I was gonna say, is Joe Biden in the Hall of Presidents?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
He stands up and goes, come on, man. Get out of here, Jack.
Does he move smoother than the current one?
Oh, God. Who friggin' knows? I'm surprised. They probably swapped out real Joe Biden with the Hall of Presidents animatronics for like a few things. Wouldn't be surprised. I will say, though, the Hall of Presidents, I've only done it once. And I was like pretty moved, to be perfectly honest. I did not. I'm a big Disney guy, a big Disney fan. I never went to the Hall of Presidents and was like, whatever. And I was like, you know what? I've done, because when I first started going, I do all the big stuff, I do all the fun stuff, whatever. And I finally had gone enough where I was like, all right, let's start doing the other things that are like lower on my list. And I went to the Hall of Presidents and I watched the whole thing, and I was surprisingly like emotional about it. They do a really, really good job with that show. I don't know. It's pretty wild.
They do. I like the Hall of Presidents, especially if it's 100,000 degrees out and I just need a few minutes. It's a good way to get some energy back, so get some historical facts going, get all pumped up on America.
I think it's like one of like only like 4 places in the world that has like the presidential seal carpet.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty sweet.
Also, it's a pretty decent place to watch the parade from. They get the rocking chairs right up on the porch right there. Right around there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good spot.
Yeah.
Good spot.
And it was also where they used to have the Muppet Show, which was awesome.
I never saw it when that.
You
that
never
happened.
saw that?
No, it happened for such a
Oh,
short
man.
period of time, and it was always at random times. I never saw it.
Yeah, I like caught it like 3 times. It was excellent.
Son of a bitch. Well, shit tooth.
Who, me?
Come on, shitty too.
Well, we're going to be going back to the. You guys are familiar with the Berlin Wall, correct? And you're are we all familiar with Reagan's speech of
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
right, historic, like broadcast across the world, right? They had to edit that audio because that's not the real audio of what happened. You got to remember, Reagan was a 70-something-year-old man at this point. He's up there preambling along, giving the speech. I brought the real audio.
No.
And this is it. You guys ready?
Yep.
Keep your ears open. You
I'm
might hear
listening.
something. Yeah.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Yeah. He timed it so perfectly that he hit it underneath the crowd's reaction.
I'm just now picking up on the gimmick of your list right now.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just making sure everyone understands what's happening here.
I know that the microphones were not as powerful back then as they are now. You can pick up more details today.
Yeah. Well,
Incredible.
That's pretty good.
pretty incredible. I mean, it's undeniable. It really is. It's right there. The proof is right there for you.
I mean, no lies detected. So that's good.
It's an old ass man.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Damn.
What president do you think
Berlin
had?
Wall?
What president do you think had the worst farts?
Oh my God. I would say the worst farts.
FDR. He's stuck in that chair. Those are
Yeah.
some old farts.
Yeah.
That's true. I know that this is going to. I mean, I think Joe Biden, because he ate a lot of ice cream, and there's something about an old skinny ass, just stinky. It's just stinky.
Just
Like
stinky.
a big ass, like Trump, or like just like a more healthy or whatever. It's just smells like a fart. Smells like a fart. But like an old decrepit hole in your ass filled with dairy, and it's just oh my God, it's got to smell like an open tooth. Just fucking rot. Absolute rot. Ugh. Ugh. God. It's so gross.
Top 5 of death.
Top 5 of death. And that's why I don't like. I mean, I've had this conversation with Dooley before, way back in the day, about big ass girls. And they like twerk or whatever, and like twerking was like a real big thing. That's how long the show's been going on. So it was on before twerking was a real big thing, and then when twerking happened, the show existed. And I was like, oh, it just looks like it's stinky. It just looks like a big old. Ugh. Ugh.
No. You know they can't take care of it.
No way. No
Too big?
way.
Yeah.
How do you take care of yours? Do you do anything in the shower? Do you bend over and spread your cheeks and let the water hit it?
I do
clean
have
my
a
ass, yeah.
bidet.
Oh.
Okay. That's nice.
Sometimes it's nice.
I don't know.
I was
It's
I
just
use
gonna get
dude
shit
wipes.
spackle everywhere. What?
Spackle.
Yeah. That's my problem with the bidet. That's why I don't use them. I'm afraid it's gonna just. It's like when you power wash moss off a wall. It just fucking goes everywhere. It's not,
What a terrible visual.
but it's true. That's why I don't want to use it. Especially lately. I don't know what happened to my diet. Something changed. I hit 40 and I have like nothing but like pure like mud shits all the time. I used to have fucking clean turds, clean, zero wipe, fucking, and I'm out of there. Now I'm in there for fucking 10 years. I flushed 3 times because if I don't, my fucking shit just sinks to the bottom of the toilet. And then if I let it sit there too long, it just fucking adheres to the toilet. And then when I flush it, it just like doesn't go. So I leave those like peanut butter streaks. It's just like fucking, it's awful. I don't know what happened. It just happened out of nowhere.
You gotta start taking your Metamucil. You're getting
I
more
don't know.
fiber in your diet, Maddie.
Maybe that's what it is. I have been eating like straight awful dog shit for probably the last 2.5 years since Birdie was born. Once Birdie was born, I was like, I don't have time to make anything of like nutritional value, so I'm just going to eat processed noodles all day, every day, forever. So that's what I do.
Strictly noodles.
Ooh my god, the friggin' it's that fucking ramen. Oh my god, Shin Black. Oh yeah.
You're shitting black.
Well,
All right.
I wish. Who's up? Is it me?
You.
Sam, when's your birthday?
August 29th,
What year?
1985.
You know what else happened August 29th, 1985?
What's that?
Your dad was hold on, real quick. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Nope, just me.
Okay, great.
They got it right the
Your-
first time.
Your dad was very proud of you because when you were born, see, this is the thing. You were born. I was present because I was already born. And I was there when you were born. And your dad was very proud because you came out of your mom and you didn't have a dress on, which was like a big plus for your dad. So he has this like the son, and he's there, and your dad, picked you up and held you for the first time, and he looked in your eyes, and he said, "I love you, son." And then you know what you did?
I don't remember. I was only 1 minute old.
I know. I was there, though, and I saw what happened. You grabbed his nose. You grabbed his little nose, and you took it off his face. Because the thing that people don't know about your dad is that he is the survivor of a pit bull mauling. And he, which is funny because of where you are now in life, right? But it's all Freudian. It all links together. So your dad was mauled by a pit bull and lost his nose, and he has one of those click faces where like the pieces click into place, and
Yeah.
you pulled his nose off, and you didn't know any better. You're only a minute old, but everyone thought it was very cute and very fun, and I was there for the first time that you clicked off your dad's nose.
This explains a lot.
Yeah, and now you own a pit bull.
2.
See? Full circle. You know why? Because everyone subconsciously wants to be their dad, and you're hoping that dog mauls your face.
I try every day.
Every day. I've seen you with that dog.
Yeah.
You're always friggin' face up to its mouth, thumb in its ass. I'm always like, why does he do that? And it's because you want to have a click face. You have one of the click faces. You can click your nose in, click the fucking top lip, probably a fake eye. Yeah.
Ever had your finger in your dog's butt before?
No, but I always think about it. I don't have a dog. But I always think if like a dog ever attacked me or my kids, like what I would do. I think I could. I know I'm being like probably wrong, definitely wrong, but I think in the heat of the moment I can rip that dog's jaw off its body. 100%.
You can
100%. Just like the Hulk. Just like the Hulk. In Eric Bana's Hulk, I'd fucking rip that dog's jaw off its body.
I don't know when else this would come up, but I know a police officer who's like a dog, like a dog cop or whatever. What do you call them? The canine officer.
Dog cop?
The dog cop, man.
Is that a new show you're trying to pitch?
He works with a
Canine
canine
officer.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
I got
dog cop.
words.
Yeah, it's Nathan McGruff. Take a bite out of crime.
He's Jimmy Durante. And he did explain how you would break up like a fight or like a actually like cause harm enough to like an attacking dog to get them to back the fuck off, and it's to actually grab them by like their inner thigh skin and like twist it. And he said that that's like so unbelievably painful that they will just like fuck off, which is very particular.
That's good to know. I'll keep that in mind if plan A of ripping the dog's jaw off doesn't work.
Yes. Start with the jaw and then go for the thighs.
Yeah, that, and I'd bury my thumb in its eyes, probably to its brain.
Yeah. Listen, do what you got to do. That's. I'm not saying I want to do the same thing if a dog was attacking one of my dogs.
Yeah, or I don't know. Who knows? Depends what happens. Depends on the context of the whole scenario. But.
And yeah, if you ever need to express your dog's anal glands, sometimes you need to put your finger in its butt.
Stinky. Have you had to do that?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Oh my God, you are so fucking gay. You're gay for dogs. What do? You put you put like a thumb or finger? Is there like a button that you're feeling around for?
Yeah, kinda. There's like a...
Hold on.
Yeah.
When you do it, okay, and you successfully do it, does it just go like?
No, it's more like
sound.
It's more like if you had like not like a pimple, but like a cyst that you popped and it like sprayed out like clear fluid.
Oh God,
it's more gross. It's more like that, except it smells like shit pennies.
Oh my God. What do you do with the liquid?
The only time that I've done it myself, I just did it in the bathtub.
Did you move after that?
Yeah, then I moved. Other than that, you can have your local groomer do it. It's part of their service.
Oh my God!
Gross.
Imagine doing that all day.
Yeah. Fucking.
I've mentioned this on the show before. Our local vet, the one that we take Nala to, they have a program that if like every 9th time you bring your dog in for that, they express the glands for free.
Nice.
You get a little punch card.
That's apparently a frequent issue that they have.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Junie had it real bad when we first adopted her, and when we got it done at the groomer, it like shot across the room. And she was like, "Oh," and she's like, "That's exceptional."
Exceptional.
Oh my God.
She got the highest grading that day.
That's right.
What happens if you don't do it? They just like it's just uncomfortable for them.
They scoot their butts a lot. They like rub it. Like yeah. It just smells. You can smell it.
Yeah, it will just you'll just be sitting on the couch one day and you'll go, because you'll smell it. You'll just be like,
yeah,
somebody blasted.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yes. Oh yes. We replaced many a blanket because of that.
Yep. That's why we have couch covers.
Anyway, that's what that was a historical moment I witnessed for you.
When I took my dad's nose off.
Yeah. Click face.
Old click face.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's very funny is just that at Father's Day, last week or whenever that was, my mom actually shared a photo of pretty much that exact moment. It's like the first time my dad held me, but it's right before I took his nose off.
Wow.
Let me see, because she literally just shared it, so I can put it on the old. Here it is. Here we are. Circa.
Yeah, that's it.
August
That's
29,
right
1985, and then I took my tiny hand and
Yeah. So if you looked at that photo, if you were to like zoom out, I am behind that curtain. I'm behind that curtain, just peeking over.
Yeah. Now, when you travel back to a year where you're already born, are you your current age, or do you take the form of how old you were at that time?
How old I am at that time.
Okay.
So I was 3 months.
Old. Okay.
3 months. Hey, 90 days and I was good.
Yep.
I was good to go.
All right.
All right.
Well, I bet you don't know what happened on November 22nd, 1963.
I think I do. No, I don't. I don't.
what a lot of people think happened. A lot of people think that JFK was brutally assassinated in front of thousands of people in Dealey Plaza in Dallas, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
What they don't know, I was there. I saw it from a very different angle, from the other side of the street than the famous Zabruta film. You can actually see the elaborate series of mirrors he was using to make it look like he was assassinated.
Ooh.
Because really, what he was just trying to do was just to kind of just get out of his current situation, and go start his life with Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is that he did get to do that. And basically they lived a quiet life together. And they enjoyed just growing old on the beach, drinking mixed drinks and just having a great time. Not having to worry about being dead. She didn't have to worry about dying of an overdose. They just got to be happy.
Do you think they both remembered the time when JFK and RFK Eiffel Towered Marilyn Monroe?
Yeah, that's what
In the
she's
Oval
laughing
Office?
about at that
okay.
in this photo that I have of her.
Because that did happen.
Yep.
Did you ever pull up your photo proof of that? You should get on it.
God, he's so old.
Yep. So, happy ending for JFK.
Nice.
The happy ending we always wanted.
Yeah.
I would love to see the like a what if film of like if he was never assassinated, like what would have happened or something like that.
There is the Stephen King book where the guy travels back in time.
I saw the miniseries.
Oh, what a fucking terrible miniseries that is.
It was bad. It was fine.
I think if you don't know the book, I think it's fine. But if you do
Okay,
know
I
the
don't
book,
know the book.
I know, but like they're like, oh, you know all the parts that people love about the book, we just took all those out. Took every single part
really?
that's like, yeah, like I mean, there's lots of things, but like little things like when he goes back in time for the first time to stop to do a test, he like does a test and he stops a guy from murdering his family. In the book that takes place in Derry, Maine, and he runs into fucking Bev and Richie from the Losers
way.
Club. There's
No
like
way.
there's a fucking scene with them. It's
Oh my God.
They get more into like the dark history of the town and all this shit. And in the movie series, they're like, let's make it Idaho. People love
What?
Idaho. Yeah, so like there's lots of stuff like that all throughout the book that are just not
God.
present in that miniseries.
I would have loved that.
Also, James
was like,
Franco.
That was a was it Castle
The Castle Rock.
Castle Rock.
Castle Rock, yeah.
Mhm.
That was a cool show.
Yeah, I like some of that. But yeah, and also we got James Franco for some reason.
Was that the last thing he did?
I think so. That and
That's
that
crazy.
like Wizard of Oz movie were around the same time, and
Oh yeah, he was in that.
yep. Then they're like, turns out you shouldn't
done a
be
couple-
fucking all your students.
Well, didn't
Yeah,
he go
well.
on to do what is it? The Interview. The fake Kim Jong Un movie.
Oh, did he? I forgot about that.
Also, aren't they? They're doing the It prequel series, aren't they?
Yes, Welcome to Derry.
Yeah, Welcome to Derry.
I am hoping that they touch on. There's like a very elaborate history of like these very gruesome events in Derry that's in the book It, and when you put them all together, it's probably 120 pages worth of text dedicated to all that. So it's like pretty elaborate and decent, and I'm hoping that we get that in the series because there's some fucking brutal shit.
I should listen to the audiobook.
Oh, 100%.
I've been like, I don't know. I've just kind of been taking a little bit of a step back from like political stuff, just because I'm just like, unless I keep up with stuff, but I don't listen to it in depth the past couple weeks. And yeah, I don't know. I always hear so much cool stuff that wasn't in the movies from like one of my favorite horror movies that I've never seen.
Yep. It's it's dark. It's fucking dark, dude. But at the same time, like, you might be like, oh, like, yeah, someone like, what's your favorite scene from the book? And this is like, oh, when the kids are just palling around. And like, that's true, because that stuff is beautiful. And it's like, oh, my favorite part of the Scary Clown book is when like the kids are just like building a clumhouse and like having a goof.
Having a goof.
Yep. But I digress.
That's a good one.
All right.
Yeah.
Charles.
Yes. The year is 1865. We've been here before. The date, May 10th. Do you know what happened on May 10th?
Is that the end of the Civil War?
It is. Well, the Civil War has ended at this point. This is the same time that Union troops captured Jefferson Davis, the former president of the Confederate States, dressed as a woman. Now, at first they thought they just found another woman, dressed in a long coat, shawl over her head. Ma'am, have you seen the Confederate president, Jefferson Davis? And,
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I've never seen anybody out here in these woods. And they're like, well, ma'am, have a good day. And he was so convincing, rail thin, pallid, just as like Southern women look like. And as the Union troops were walking away, that's when he just ripped the longest and wettest fart. Because he was so terrified of being found out. Not just that he was going to be caught. Not just that he was going to be caught by Union troops, but because he was going to be known to be dressed as a woman. And now also on top of that, because he shit himself.
Was his fart one of his recognizable traits?
No, they just knew a Southern woman would not fart and shit themselves like that.
I was ready to not laugh at the fart joke, but then it had the little poot at the end really sold me on it.
Yeah, there you go. Poot, poot, poot.
Oh man,
Very nice.
I love
Very nice.
farts.
Never forget. Jefferson Davis caught it dressed as a woman and shit himself.
Are there illustrations of this somewhere?
Yes.
I'd really like to see more specifically, like, did he still have a beard?
He never really had a beard.
Okay. I
Yeah.
figured everyone in 1865 had a beard.
No, not these guys. But yeah, they definitely. I mean, at the time, because political cartoons were brutal back in the day, like during the Civil War time, because they spent their time drawing them. But yeah, they definitely had. Let me pull these. Quick Google search has these, just
Oh, yeah.
nice,
what a
beautiful.
frock.
Ooh,
Yeah.
damn, that's a ghost if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
Another
There it is
ghost?
as well.
Damn.
There he is captured again. Beautiful red dress, Jefferson Davis.
Oh,
Woo!
yeah.
Yeah. And these are just moments before he shit himself. So
He's
Yeah.
still more attractive than Mary Todd Lincoln.
Oh my God. Weren't
but
you
Mary Todd puts
there
out.
with her?
Have you ever seen Mary Todd Lincoln?
Have you seen
I feel
most
like,
of
I
the
feel like someone has asked me that question before,
She's like a
but
little
I don't
troll.
remember.
Little troll woman.
Ew.
Have you seen most of like the first ladies back in the day? It is a questionable choice these people make.
Thick bristle bush is all I'm saying. No way. No, oh, it's so fucking rough.
Yeah.
Like
Basically solid.
I know this woman's been through a lot, but
That's Mary Todd?
that's Mary Todd.
You know what? That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be perfectly honest.
She is very short, especially compared to her husband. But
Fucking Lincoln is a fucking monster. He's a fucking he's
Yeah,
such
dude.
a goddamn ghoul. It's unbelievable.
that was a president you don't fuck with. Don't forget, he's in the legit Wrestling Hall of Fame. Like,
That's all right.
yeah.
He did that thing where he held his opponent's hand and walked the top rope. Jumped off, gave him the chop.
Old school.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Old
originator.
school. Very nice.
Oh my God. It is my turn.
Maybe.
I was there at the filming of the moon landing. So it was very cool. I was real big into Hollywood at the time, and I had been following this guy, Stanley Kubrick, for a while. And, I was at a party. We were partying, me, Stanley, a couple of other guys. And he was like, hey, I'm doing this thing tomorrow for the government. You should come by. I was like, yeah, no problem. So I went there, and I was just a fly on the wall, and I watched the whole thing. And it was pretty cool. And, I thought they did a good job. I thought it looked okay. Some obvious problems with it. But yeah, it was pretty wild to see that. And now it's like such like a controversy as to like whether it was real or not, but it's like so fucking obvious that it didn't happen. But people swear by it. Man, it's such a weird thing to latch onto. But I was there when they filmed it, and it was fine. It's like a couple hours and we were done. But yeah, I was there.
Now, did Neil Armstrong get his line right, or did he improv it?
So they shot that a few times because they tried it with the line, they tried it without the line, and then you're talking about the one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. So there was a couple other ones that they were workshopping, and they filmed them. It's like one of them, he was like stepping off, and he was just like, "Holy shit!" That was one line they tried, but they were like, "This is gonna be like for like most audiences, we can't like be cursing." So they're like, "All right," so we went back up there, and he was just like, he comes down, and he goes, "Don't forget where we parked," and it was pretty good. They were trying to go for like a comedic thing. And then one time,
Don't forget where we parked is really funny.
and then he went down one time, and it was just like he I don't know, he was just like, "You hear that?" And it was like this like really like early on like horror thing. It just didn't play, and then they gave him that line, "One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," and it worked. It was pretty good. He delivered it on the first try, pretty good. And they just roll with it. They were just, I think Stanley just wanted to get the fuck out of there. He was like high on drugs. Just wanted to leave. But yeah, moon landing was fake. I was there. We all know it was fake. It's to believe that it really happened is you need to be more outlandish to tell me it did. So, and I was there for the filming. Don't forget.
Yeah.
But come on, everybody.
It is pretty wild to think that we had like the computer technology we did at the time, and we're like, let's go to different planet.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's probably my biggest. It's just really bizarre to like do something like that and be like, well, we're never going to do it again, and the technology we had to do it, we lost, and all the data from the trip is missing, and it's like, come on, like, any reasonable person just goes, you know what? The whole Epstein thing is the new moon landing, where it's just like, he was on suicide watch, and the cameras that were on his cell weren't working, and the two guards watching his cell fell asleep at the right exact time. And it's like, okay, all right, let's. But you know what's crazy? Is people always go, "You're nuts." I'm nuts? I'm nuts. Okay. I can't wait to start. You know what? I wish I could steal something or commit some crime and use that same like benefit of the doubt. Like if I stole somebody's ketchup sandwich and I was in court with ketchup all over my hands, in a shirt that said I stole the ketchup sandwich, and my defense was, this is ketchup from a different sandwich, and this shirt was a gift that I got today from somebody else. And they would go, both those things are true because he said them. Set him free, everybody. Okay. God, it's incredible. It's incredible.
Do you put anything else in a ketchup sandwich, or is it just straight ketchup?
Just ketchup and one white Wonder Bread. Oh my God. So much ketchup, too. You can barely hold it. It's like trying to hold fluff. It just falls apart.
It sounds terrible.
Yeah, it is. It is terrible. My wife, the other day, she was like so like pumped because she made a tomato and cheese sandwich on sourdough.
Mm-hmm.
And she like made and like gave it to me. She's like, "What do you think?" I was like, "It tastes like what you said. It's tomato and cheese on bread. It wasn't bad. It was fine." I was like, I don't know what reaction you want. I told her, I go, "What reaction would you like me to give?" Like, if I had never tried these three things separately before, I'd be like, I can't even imagine if they put all these on one thing. What would it be? What would you even make it?
It's a very European sandwich, except it would need to be on like a gigantic thing of French bread instead of. You go like. Yeah, a lot of countries will go and you buy a sandwich and it's just like one slice of cheese and like a little tomato and you're like, here's your sandwich. I'm like,
oh,
gee, thanks.
Europe. Europe sucks. Let them fucking fall. All right, get them out of here.
Get him out of here.
Get them out of here. But yeah, I was there for that, so
it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
The number one thing that I was there for, Matt, you might have been there for this as well.
I might have been.
This was November 18th, 1990. This is a pivotal year. It's a pivotal day, and honestly, I can't believe that they did it twice. And that is here we go. I have a exact photo of it right here. There we go. That was the premiere of the miniseries of Stephen King's It.
Hell fucking yeah, dude.
And as I recall specifically, that clown came out of the television and killed a lot of people. Too many people. And then they tuned in again the second night. And he just killed more people. Came right out of the TV. Fucking sucked them in, traumatized everyone else. Do you remember where you were when this miniseries premiered?
Yeah, I definitely do. Sitting right on my couch, watching it through like hands over my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And it was something else.
And Charles, did you see this when you were a kid?
No, I was 2 years old, so I did not witness this event.
You've seen the movie though, right?
Yeah, I've seen the movie. I've seen the miniseries too. Yeah, I've seen TV series.
How old would you have been when you saw it for the first time? Any recollection?
Maybe like 15.
All right,
something like that. Yeah.
Old enough.
I was not terrified.
It was a different. Watching that live, I remember my mom, my aunt, and one of my cousins and we all went to like Clark's Trading Post.
Okay.
It went on like a little weekend like trip to New Hampshire, and we stayed in, fucking the Motel 6 or some cheap motel, and they had like an indoor pool with way too much chlorine, and Clark's Trading Post, and it was the weekend that this was on the fucking TV, and
in Maine,
or New Hampshire, but close enough. They and my mom and my aunt being big like horror fans, and for some reason not caring that 5-year-old me and 6-year-old my cousin were there. They were just like, we're watching this tonight. And so I very clearly remember watching that in a hotel in New Hampshire when I was 5 years old.
Were you terrified?
I was definitely terrified. It makes you feel real weird watching it. It doesn't necessarily hold up in that way, but it still has a really kind of visceral, nostalgic sort of feeling to it.
Yeah.
And, yeah, amazing performance by Tim Curry. I keep wanting to say R.I.P., but he's...
Did you see someone tweeted at him, or like he commented on some tweet?
No.
It was like someone was just like, blah 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 blah. But he was the man, like R.I.P. Tim Curry, and he was like, "Thank you for the words, love, but I'm not fucking dead." It's pretty good.
You know what I found recently? And I started to watch a little bit of it just out of sheer morbid curiosity, but it's pretty hard to watch. Is during lockdown, they did like a live read through of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, like via Zoom.
Oh, I think
yeah, but with Tim Curry like reprising his role, and he like, and I don't know if he like can't read the script anymore or like just can't understand where they are in the story and what's happening, but Patricia Quinn, oh no, it's Little Nell, who plays Columbia. She's on, and she's like kind of just like saying his lines for him, and then going like, "Isn't that right, Frankfurter?" And then he'd like pause, and then he'd say the line again, like verbatim. Like listen, the guy's been through a lot.
What is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? Why make him fucking do that?
I know, it's really really hard to watch. But yeah, back in the day. One of my favorite random internet photos is him dressed as Pennywise smoking a cigarette as well.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
So good. But yeah, that's the number one U.S. historical event that I got to watch was the United States witnessing Pennywise from It come out of their televisions and kill the vast majority of children.
Oh yeah, we're lucky to be alive.
Yeah, we're like one of those lost generations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I pulled up the photo of Pennywise smoking a cigarette. How is this not someone's album cover?
Right?
Like, this is truly like an incredible photo. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
How is this not an album cover?
I think I've seen someone with that tattoo.
This one.
Yeah. Just very funny.
What a great.
Just so cold.
Yep.
Yeah. Pennywise is done with this shit. Look at that. Just had enough.
Fantastic.
Is it time for my last one?
Hell
It's
yeah,
my
dude.
last one. Well, Sam, it's interesting. You like blew the lid on the JFK assassination. Because you're right. It didn't happen. But the people have to continue believing that it did. Because they have to believe what they saw. They can't understand what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And we gotta tell you this much. There's always like certain amounts of evidence that comes out like, oh, this came out in this such. I pulled, because I was there. I was standing right next to the man. Gordon Arnold claimed to be recording footage of the event from the grassy knoll, and he was next to the badge man, who is the person who's believed to be the shooter of the grassy knoll.
Mm-hmm.
And he says he recorded the audio. Now I'm going to let you listen to it just how it sounds regularly, right? Things are happening, right? 3 shots. 3 shots. I don't know if you caught it the first time. So I enhanced it a little more, right? Let me see if you can catch it. All right? Do you hear it? I don't know. I don't know if you got it this time.
More like the gassy knoll, am I right?
Heyo.
I said it just a little more, just for you to, just so you can hear it clearly. You see, that's the problem. There wasn't a third grassy knoll shooter. That wasn't a third shot he heard. Badgeman was just ripping farts.
Ripping them up.
Ripping them up.
Can we hear it one more time?
Which one?
The first one.
so glad you spent your time today doing this.
There's no way that if that was in real life, it was like I'd hear a shot, and then I'd hear that, and then like the other two shots, and I'd be like, "Oh my god!" I'd be like, "Yeah, you hear that guy fart?" Immediately focused. Did you see that the reel's been going around of the ending of the play, and someone hits the wrong sound effect on the board?
Yes.
Oh, Charles, have you heard it?
I have not seen that.
Oh my god, it's like the ending of this play, and like they're all singing this, like the whole cast is singing this big ensemble song, and someone just accidentally hits a friggin' sound effect. It's like ding, like in the middle, and it's so fucking loud.
I love it.
Hang on. I want to say you sent it to us.
Did you send this the other day?
Yeah. Because the caption is like, why was this even an option on the soundboard? Here it is.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
That's so fucking funny. God, that's so fucking funny. Love it.
That'd be my nightmare, to hit the wrong button on like an actual production.
Oh my god. That makes it so much more memorable. 100%.
Yep.
Speaking of memories, here's something. Here's a historical event that I was at. And I saw it happen. For the, and speaking of assassins, I was there when Martin Luther King got shot.
Oh.
He was standing on the balcony of the hotel in Memphis, Tennessee, and he got shot. Everyone looked around, and the shooter was straight up there, up on the hill, if you will. And he shot Martin Luther King, and then he got in his car, and he said, "Where do you want to go?" And I said, "Let's go get something to eat." And we went and got dinner, and it was a fine evening. And then he dropped me off at my hotel, which was the same one that Martin Luther King got shot at, so it was a little hard to get into. And he said, "Hey, don't mention this to anybody." I said, "Yeah, no problem." And I'm telling you guys for the first time. I'm glad to get that off my chest.
What an awkward start to the night.
Yeah, I was just like, I was waiting for him at his car. And he said, "I'll be right back." I said, "Okay." I said, "Don't get lost because there's like a lot of people over there." And he said, "Oh, what's going on?" I go, "Oh, Martin Luther King, he's giving like a speech or something." He goes, "Oh, really?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "That guy, there's just something about him." I was like, "Yeah, well, whatever." And then he left, and he shot him. And then he came back. He's like, "Oh, all right." And then, like I said, we drove off and got something to eat. And he dropped me back off at the hotel. I had the room next to Martin Luther King.
Oh, that's awkward.
They didn't even change my room.
Oh.
How was dinner?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I got a full rack.
Oh.
In Memphis. Yeah, a full rack of rib. Wasn't bad. Banana pudding at the end was fucking top notch.
Huh.
Top notch. He got like a burger or something like that. I don't really recall. I was a little in shock.
In Memphis?
I was like, yeah.
I'm like, come on.
It was all right.
You were a little in shock, but still ordered a full rack of ribs.
Oh yeah, dude. Well,
You gotta grieve.
Yeah.
yeah. The thing about ribs, for me, is like the thing that I learned about ribs once I started cooking barbecue was like, you're not supposed to have them like fall off the bone, but that's how I like them. I like when they fall off the bone, but it's supposed to have like a bite to them, and it's like, I guess, I don't know. But his car was fucking filthy. It's fucking so dirty. It goes like trash everywhere. It's like getting in my own car. Hated it.
Was the footwell of the passenger side seat level with the seat, but full of trash?
Almost. That's a great descriptor.
I had a friend with a car like that. It was awful.
Yeah, he's like, oh, get in. I was like, you know what? I think I'll just stay home. I know we had like plans to do something fun, but
Yep.
I don't want to get in this thing.
I'm just gonna sit Indian style on your seat because I can't
Yeah.
put my feet anywhere.
Nope, not at all.
Nope.
But yeah, I was there for that. It was, I don't know. Like I said, I've never told anyone that.
How would you rate the night overall?
Oh, wasn't the worst night I've ever had. Probably, I don't know. The ribs were good. The banana pudding was good. I'd probably give it like a 7.
Okay.
If the assassination, yeah, I mean, if the assassination didn't happen, I'd probably put it up there with like a 9. There was no nice weather, but that really put a fucking damper on it. I didn't know what it was going to do. I didn't know if like I was going to get in trouble or something like that. I didn't even get caught. No one ever brings me up.
No.
They're never like, oh, and then he got away with his accomplice. I was like, he's fucking damn right. I had nothing to do with it. I was there for dinner. And that's what I did.
That's what you get for being friends with a Hamburglar.
Yeah.
I have my history right. The Hamburglar did assassinate Martin Luther King.
Yeah. Yeah. He got in his Burgermobile. He drove off.
No.
He did it because he didn't want the Grimace to have rights.
It's true.
Yep.
Purples.
Shit gets deep.
Hell yeah, dude. All right. Well, that's my number 1.
I'm glad we got these off our chest.
For sure. I'm extremely tired.
Well,
Yes, and.
Yes, and
buckle up because we actually have a couple of fun butts.
Oh, nice.
okay. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
We're going to blast right through these. First up, we have Kevin Weaver.
Of course.
Number 5, he has January 6th. 4, the fall of the Third Reich. 3, the bomb dropping on Hiroshima. I just took my mic out, apparently.
What an asshole.
Trying to move it. Yep, we're just we're just gonna Freddie Mercury this.
Tonight, I gotta have myself.
2, the JFK assassination, and number 1, the signing of the Declaration of Independence. His honorable mention that time Matt broke edge, but refused to admit it.
Oh my god. my name was on edgebreak.com for a while.
What is that?
That's true. It was a website that someone made that people would compile a list of people that broke straight edge.
Oh,
And being in a semi-prominent metal band, someone said, I don't know who, no idea. They said I saw Matt Bistany from the Auburn System smoking a cigarette outside of a show.
Sounds like you.
I was actually pissed. I was like, fuck that, it never happened. True death.
okay, there we go. Next up, we have Mitch Mint, freshest of the fun butts.
Yeah.
Number 5, the Lincoln assassination. Few people realize he was actually killed with a hammer to the ass. 4, the first desegregated school. This nice girl dropped her books and the disabled white guy picked them up for her. 3, July the 2nd, 1979, the day the funk died. 2, the Boston Tea Party. I brought my favorite cup and everything, but I clearly cannot read the room. And number 1, October 8th, 1871, I forgot to put out that lantern in Mrs. O'Leary's barn and accidentally caught the Chicago on fire.
Whoops.
Whoopsie. Next up, we have Balky Mania.
Very good.
Number 5, Miami riots on April 29th, 1992. I got some liquor and a new guitar. 4,
Sublime lyrics.
4, Osama bin Laden getting killed. 3, when Kobe Bryant raped that girl. Whoa.
Jesus.
2, watching Stormy Daniels give Trump a spanking. And number 1, 9/11. And lastly, we have Dingus Cunnilingus Adams. Number 5, 1969. I was there to see the invention of the internet and mention all the future dirty applications it would create. 4, 594 BC. To see some of the first people put into the newly invented stockades. 3, 1909. I was hanging out when the first vibrator hit the market to help women with their hysteria from lack of orgasms. 2, 1915. I witnessed a free ride, the first U.S. porno being filmed. Have y'all seen that?
No.
It's gross. It's fucking 1915, man. That is bush. And number 1, 1989. To witness the day the nastiest boy was ever born. Plus, witnessing my own birth sounds pretty hot.
Oh, I hate that.
And those are the fun butts.
Good job.
Yeah. And if
Good
you want
job.
your list,
Great job.
if you want to submit a list on our last couple episodes, join the Discord, top5.s.com.
Hell yeah. Get it
Yeah.
in while you still can.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
to
right. Well,
I have to fix
that's
this
our
arm.
show.
There we go.
I just got like hungry just now, and I'm gonna go eat Lucky Charms.
Ooh.
Nice.
I had a family-sized bag of raviolis for dinner.
The whole bag by yourself?
I gave Kaylee like 6 raviolis, and I had the 36 that were left over.
God.
Thank you, sir.
Good decisions all around.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. We'll be back next week, and only for a few more weeks after that. Again, thank you, and until then, smell you later.